Okay, what's up everybody? This is Squiz. It's been a while since I did a music product review, so I'm kind of glad I got the chance to have a product that I feel was worth doing a quick review on. It's the Akai MPK Mini MK2, which is the Mach 2 or the Make 2 version. Which has a couple new features. It has the jog wheel, pitch bend and modulation wheel. It's not a jog, excuse me, joystick pitch bend and modulation wheel. It has a sustain pedal, which is a big plus. It has your pads, and it has 25 mini keys. Okay. Now today I'm gonna be demoing this with the Focusrite Scarlett USB interface and a classic but goodie JV1010 hardware sound module hooked up to a Windows 7 PC. I have two speakers running out of the Scarlett. This isn't my main setup, but this is just to show how you can use this unit in a kind of portable way. This is just a simple tabletop desk that you can get at almost anywhere. Now, one of the issues I'm having is that although I like the response of the controller, when I plug it in, it's not always automatically recognized by the software. So I've had to do a couple restarts just to make sure that this was recognized properly. Now I'm going to plug in or use a contact VST that I have that I like, which is contact VST1, and there we go. We're having some kind of problem here. Okay, now I select it. If you can see closely, it says, I know it's kind of hard to see, it says Scarlett and MP, which has its own. I got the Scarlett 2 and 4 out, which has the MIDI output, and also I have the MPK Mini selected. Okay. Now on the virtual keyboard, sound. On the MPK, not as much. Not as of yet. Let's try the MIDI output settings. Maybe this will do it. Okay, so back after the restart. Hopefully some of the bugs have worked out. Wanted to take a chance to show the Akai MPK Mini editor software. Now right here where it says arpeggiator, you can set that to either internal or external. Internal, you have to use the tap tempo button when it's on to set the tempo that you want the arpeggiator to repeat or play the notes at. If you set it to external where it says clock, then what happens is when you use the MPK Mini with your DAW or audio workstation program, music software program, then the tempo will be set to the same tempo as your DAW, as long as you send a MIDI clock out signal to sent to the MPK Mini. So I'll show that in a minute. But just wanted to give a quick look at the software. Now we're gonna try this again with Cubase. Okay, finally some success. Part of the problem was that I didn't have the MIDI cable going into the JV1010, but that wasn't the problem with the VST software. But just to give you an example, now I actually have the JV1010 hooked up to show you how you can use this as a controller for external software sound, external hardware sound modules, as long as you have a MIDI output on one of your either a separate MIDI output or a MIDI output on your sound card. Alright, so the big thing, the arpeggiator. Everyone, I'm sure, really wants to see how the arpeggiator is going to work. Okay, now the arpeggiator is on. And I know that sounds that's terrible, that's whack. But let me change the arpeggiator speed. So, okay, if we want to change the timing, I can hit octave and then we'll change it to 16th note. Or let's try 32 just for example. Let's try 16ths. So it's a lot more usable. Okay, and let's also try to change the note order. Let's go from going up to down. Okay, one last thing. I'm sure everybody wants to see the pads, so an example of the pads. Don't mean to overlook the pads. This is a review of the Akai MPK Mini 2 MK2. I gotta say I would give it a solid maybe 3.8 if that was possible, but a 4 out of 5 just for feature set.